No, you go. You go first.
I muted myself.
Yeah, I know, but it's just looks better if we're all looking
Go.
normal. Hey guys, welcome back to the Dose Sports Podcast. Another week in lockdown. Another week goes by. Just got my first Pfizer jab, but feeling okay. But today, to introduce the boys, we're going to go which NRL team reflects your personality. Chuck, I'll start with you since you're so keen on this one.
Oh, well, right now, like Cowboys at the moment, they've lost 9 straight. And like watching them now, like almost gives me depression. And like this lockdown basically giving me depression, give me the shit. So I'd say Cowboys.
Let's put this. I'm the doggies because not only is this fucking shit, and it's been shit for a long time, like prolonged period of time. I would do anything for like a filthy pub session with Adam Elliott. I don't know what. Look, the guy's a fucking retard, but on the beers, he would fucking do anything from the sounds of it.
Yeah, that's very true. I've gone Parramatta Eels. I show promise, but I always come short, and I won't be as good as my previous generations. So that's what I've got.
Not wrong.
That's good.
Oh, I also reckon
Jody just comes up with that one.
I reckon everyone could also relate to anyone that still lives with their parents. So the Broncos, you like the house, like you really love the house you're in, but you fucking hate Kevy and you just can't stand living with Kevy anymore and you want to get out. And Kevy is a metaphor for your parents, really.
Oh, Paul, you hate your mum.
Yeah,
you just said you hate your mum.
And Wayne Bennett's like the granddad everyone loved when he comes in.
And you just want Wayne back. You want Wayne back to make it better.
And Ben Ikin's that weird uncle you only see at some gatherings there.
Oh, Benny Ikin's that weird uncle that you try to avoid.
We've just offended about 10 people in that opening. How good. Next one, on the back of the F1 season break being over and there's big old rivalry heating up between Max and Lewis. We've gone top 4 rivalries in sport. We might just go around. Chucko, let's start with you, mate.
At number 4.
At number 4.
I've got McGregor versus Khabib.
Oh, that is good. They're still on the chirp now.
No, it's not really a rivalry in terms of like being a regular event.
No, but like on the chirp, there's still
the animosity between them and like the punch up that happened in the crowd after.
Yeah.
But fuck.
That's massive.
Yeah, that brought in quite a few casuals into the MMA world, I reckon. And if a fight between them ever happens again, look, unlikely now Khabib's fucked off, but it'd probably be the biggest combat event ever.
Yeah, for sure. Starring your number 4.
I reckon at the moment, one of the best grudge matches we have is Tigers versus Panthers. I think this one's going to be a good game. It is a grudge match. Since Ivan left, every game...
Penrith treat this one as a little buy round.
They did lose.
Wait, Tigers. Did you beat the Panthers this year?
No, we lost in Golden Point.
Oh, yeah, so how about you just shut the fuck up? So,
didn't even get to Golden Point, to be fair.
No, it is a good grudge match. I reckon a lot of the players, it would be hard to... The players fucking hate Ivan. None of the Tigers fans like Ivan. And then Ivan decides to chat shit as well. And I think it's been pretty good. I reckon it'll be a good game of footy. I don't think the two teams like each other at all.
Fair enough.
And Tigers turned up against Penrith. They've turned up.
The Tigers put you could see the last game they played at Leichhardt, like JFH was trying to get like the boys up and about, and the Tigers were just fucking putting huge hits on.
I'll tell you what, I reckon Penrith will be up and about this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
They've gone, fuck, we've lost Jimmy Tarmow. We need to get these boys back.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No, Jimmy Tarmow has been the worst signing.
All I'm saying is Nathan Cleary's putting up those bombs. Whoever's at fullback is not having a good time for Tigers. Because who's playing at fullback for you boys? Moses?
Oh, Moses.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Hey, Strongy, can you tell Madge to not play Jake Simpkin? Because that would really help my super coach out.
Jake Simpkin will Jake Simpkins in the squad because he's a fucking better 9 than Jacob Little. Thank
Yeah, I
fuck,
agree.
just on that note, thank fuck
Walters out.
Billy Walters is not in the team. Billy
Yeah.
Walters is I've seen some awful signings as a Tigers fan. I fucking hate Billy Walters. He is so shit.
That's another one I'll write down to the list. We just
all seriousness, I thought Billy, like when he first signed, was like 21, 22, maybe 23, like a young freak. Brother, you're 27 and you've played 14 games. Hang the fucking boots up.
yeah, it's not too good.
You're not living the dream, mate. You're some resi player on like 50 grand a year. Get a real job and fucking stop ruining my team.
I went Chief and Spud in the Knights Manly days where they used to just punch up and run at each other. I think that famous one where off the kickoff, Chief and Spud knocked each other out off the first run. So I think they hate each other in real life as well. So I think that's a good grudge match.
Look,
Number 3.
I will say, I'll point this out. Johnny's a little slut for like the pre-generation, Like,
yeah, I love go. Well, you can't get punch-ups now.
Johnny loves grudge matches that he never saw.
that he has no recollection of.
No, I like watching old stuff. I just go watching old matches.
Yeah, but like
it's half the atmosphere.
word on the street that that's a good rivalry. So fair enough.
No, it is good rivalry.
I've got an old one as well. So.
No, yeah, all right. Number 3.
Number 3 for me in the cricket, India versus Pakistan. Like,
that's fair.
It's not a cricket grudge match. That's just a fucking like
political grudge match.
It's really a war. That's actually
I mean, they can't play at. They have to play at neutral venues when they play.
Yeah,
because otherwise they fucking kill each other.
There's no punch up. There's fucking bombs thrown.
Hey, there's no chatting shit off the field because they're all scared of the ground being exploded.
Yeah. So
talking about blow ups in India. Little 78 this morning. How good from India?
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, I know. And India versus Pakistan speaks for itself. Right?
Yeah, that's fine. Number 3 for you, Ben.
So I'm going old school. I thought the 2005 to 2006, the Sydney Swans and West Coast Eagles rivalry was very good.
Yeah.
Two one
I forgot about line in the sand. Is that still a rivalry or not anymore? That line in the sand match. That Hawthorn Essendon, is that it? Where they just passed on for about half an hour.
Oh yeah, that was a good match though. That was funny to watch. No. There were like four or five games decided by less than a goal. It was one home and away game, and then like 2 semi-finals and 2 grand finals. So it was pretty good. Number
3, I went. Of course, my favourites, Bryson versus Brooks Koepka. That's one of the best rivalries, especially in a sport where you can't really get rivalries. So
Team Bryson all day.
Team Brooks all day. Team Bryson. He's just not having it. Number 2, Chucker.
Number 2, Roger Federer versus Rafa Nadal.
I had that and then deleted it because I was thinking I didn't want to put 3 people in there.
It's not. There's no like animosity or anything, but just like 2 of the goats.
Yeah.
And they get me horny every time they play each other. And also, we might not see another one anymore because Federer's in his 40s now, and
I think
they're just going to peak for Wimbledon next year and then call it quits.
Yeah.
I remember they did they played a match where half the court, like one side was grass and one side was clay to determine who was like actually the GOAT. It just didn't work. They're just the kings of their own surface. So yeah.
I remember that. I think it's the 2009 French Open final where I don't know if it's 2009 or 2008, where like the first rally was like 26 shots, and you're like, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
2017 Oh, so it's one. I'll go another AFL one. Sydney versus Hawthorn from like 2012. 2012 through probably like arguably 2015. Although Sydney weren't playing in the grannies, but there were a lot of close games between the Hawks and the Swans, and they do not like each other, especially after Buddy made the switch. There's some big games there.
Is that? What time? What year did he make the switch? Like when Hawks and that rivalry was still like massive, or?
Yeah, I think he made the switch on 2013 or 2014.
Okay.
Oh no, it's probably 2013, 2014. But I think it was maybe the year after the Swans beat him in the granny, and Buddy had a bit of a howler in the granny.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. My number 2, I went Liverpool and Everton, just based on the fans as well. Like they just get into it, little shank, off the field, they get into it. So I think on the field it's also good.
I would have added soccer, but first of all, I know fuck all about it, and second of all, I feel like there's so many like mini rivalries. Like you could say you have Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. You know what I mean? Like,
those top 6 all have a very good one.
So it's not like one big rival.
Yeah, so, I think I went Liverpool and Everton just on the fact that it's based on location as well. They're both Merseyside teams, so I think you're either blue or you're either red if you're from that area. So number 1 for you, Chaka.
New South Wales, Queensland, State of Origin.
That's a pretty stock one.
Yeah. I had it at number 2 in my original list, but I was like, nah, it's fucking disrespectful if you put it number 2.
I think as the years go on, the less the rivalry will be, I reckon.
Yeah, I just feel like it's like whoever wins, it's been pretty even, but I feel like each year you like already know who's going to win before it starts.
Yeah. Well, not 2020.
Yeah.
Not 2020.
But
Cammy Munster, you freak.
Number
one.
I reckon Australia versus England in the cricket, like back in the heyday when Michael Clarke was still captain.
Ooh.
And there was all that shit talking between Jimmy Ensign and Clarkey.
Yeah.
I think Australians hate Englishmen.
Oh, yeah.
I think most of the world hates fucking England.
Like, to be honest, right now,
I reckon Australia and England would band together to like be over India. I reckon that.
I'm supporting England.
Yeah, over India. Yeah, same.
I'm fucking stoked India got rolled last night.
Yeah, I hate India.
England are not out.
For sure. Number 1, coincidentally, I have Michael Clarke versus any teammate. Simon Kadich, Shane Watson, you just name it. It's just.
You could also add David Warner versus Quinton de Kock.
That was good.
Or Sonny Bill Williams versus Candace Warner. It was a bit of a
one-way domination.
Yeah, one-way domination. Bathroom door in between the two. Can't keep love apart.
Boxing promotions should get on that. Like I know with Kane Evans and Will Chambers, they're like going to bring an offer for them to fight. There's only one way to settle.
Yeah, but let's be real. Will Chambers would get clapped by Kane Evans, I reckon.
No, I reckon Will Chambers would clap like most.
Will Chambers would just still talk. He'd just
that'd be fun. What's that bloke? The Sean O'Malley fought, and he just couldn't.
Kyle Martino.
Yeah. No. The one who just didn't go down. Martino. Oh yeah. Will Chambers would be like that, but just talking the whole time.
I reckon even if Will Chambers got like knocked out and he's like half unconscious on the ground, he'd still be like chatting shit.
You have to like literally snap his lip off to get him off.
You have to do the good. You have to give him the good old David Fafita.
Yeah. On the so we just brought up the rivalries of Max vs Lewis. Big race this weekend at Spa. Who do you think gets up, Strongy?
Look, from my extensive race knowledge, which means I've watched Drive to Survive and 4 races, I think qualifying will be pivotal.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think this track's mint. Like, it doesn't get better. Like, this is one of the OG tracks, so I just hope Max wins.
Fuck Max. I hope Danny Ricciardo wins.
Oh, yeah. But all in all, if it comes down to, let's be real, it's Max or Lewis.
It's got to be game. It's got to be game.
Got to be game.
Leclerc showed he can push both of them, I think. I don't know if the Ferrari car's up to it, though. It depends. I don't know if Spa suits Ferrari, then I think Leclerc could push. And Sainz has raced really well this year.
Yeah, they've been good, fairly good. Hypothetical. This week, Cam Smith lost in a playoff at the Northern Trust. Do you reckon Cam Smith's probably the most famous Cameron Smith in Australia? Or
worldwide, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, worldwide, yeah.
It's probably the most basic name you can come up with from Australia. It's the most generic name.
The second, if the Oz government didn't use John Citizen, it'd be Cameron Smith.
Cameron Smith, yeah, for sure.
So, like, in the little census for the example of Cameron Smith.
He lost in the playoff in the Northern Trust, but moves up to, I think, third in the rankings. So big chance of the $10 million at the end of the year there. So on the back of that, he lost in the playoff because he sliced it out of bounds.
Record, though, I believe.
He did shoot a course record 60 on the Saturday.
He's warm, fucking
he's
four hole outs, 18 parts.
Yeah.
And now a course record.
Hey, he's not too bad. So it was, the hypothetical was $100,000 to hit the fairway with driver on 18. That hole he missed by a mile. But if you miss it, you don't play golf again. Do you take the opportunity?
Look, I'll just go first and say whether I play golf or not again is probably the least concerning factor to me. So I would take it on for the $100,000.
So Struggy's not playing golf again.
I'm trying to find out what the hole looks like as well. It's fucking hard.
If you type in Northern Trust playoff, then you'll probably have a look at
playoff.
Northern Trust playoff, yeah.
Yeah, I searched up Northern Trust 18th hole full view and fuck all came up.
Yeah, right. Chucker, are you taking that?
Yeah, I'd accept because the reward's probably bigger than the consequence. But
what?
I've been pull hooking my driver real bad.
I'm not taking it. I'm not risking it at all.
But like, you've got fucking Kumar's trust fund, like $100,000 a year is like pocket change. So,
even if it's a milli, I'm not doing it. Even if it's a milli, I'm not doing it.
No, 20, like 20 million for you, would you do it?
No, I still wouldn't do it because I want to keep playing golf.
That's like 1 month of revenue. For
Okay, just get out of here.
We got to talk big figures if it's $100,000. I would, but my pull hook, like it starts left and then just boomerangs more left. Like end up almost where the tee box is.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, he does. He finds it funny.
Funny?
Yeah.
Go. Shout out to Kumar.
G'day, Kumar. But I'm probably not playing golf again, but I'll take it on.
We good. Yeah.
I'll take it on.
Fair enough. In terms of Premier League started up, who's your, just a quick one, who's your team to win and who you think is disappointing so far?
What?
Just
my team to win.
West Ham.
It's got to be. My golden boot or whatever you call it, best player in the league, Antonio.
Yeah.
And disappointing Arsenal so far.
Yeah, for sure. We'll come with some more Premier League stuff in the few weeks when we prepare a bit more. I think. So.
I've watched the Prem.
Oh right, yeah. What are your thoughts so far? I think Chelsea and Man United. Well, I mean, Man United struggled last week, but I think Chelsea and City and United look the goods this season.
I don't know what Everton are paying to make top four, but considering United are viewed as a sure thing for top four, and Everton beat Southampton on match day 3-1, and then United drew 1-0 with 1-1 with Southampton, I would be putting my fucking house on Everton to make the top four. But
you want real value, you go whatever West Ham are actually just win the thing.
Well, no, West Ham have definitely been impressive. So, West Ham have been impressive, and so it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
they won't. I don't think they'll make top 6. Definitely not. They'll be like top 10. They'll be top half of the table.
Yeah, stock.
No. Yeah, I don't know. That Chelsea look really good. They played 2 matches already, and they've looked fantastic. Not gonna lie.
Quite about Koundé as well this today again. So it looks like they're going to put an official bid for Jules Koundé.
All right, nice.
Okay.
Nice. We'll rip into the NRL. Titans v Storm. Slow start from the Storm and very good from Jaden Campbell and the Titans to get a roll, but they come away with the 19th victory. Do you think they lose another game before the end of the season, or if you don't lose another game, they pretty.
This week looks pretty like.
Okay.
Para play full strength this week. Then they know they've got their rest against Penrith, so they're going to go.
They're rest against the Sharks, you mean?
No. Parramatta, they're resting players against Penrith because like 6 is the worst you can go. No,
They're not resting players against Penrith.
Yes, they are.
No. Because if they lose to Melbourne, that they can't get to 5th or.
They won't. I don't reckon they'll rest players.
I reckon they will. Like,
yeah, no, back onto it. I don't. I think if Melbourne are going to lose, like they could definitely lose in the next 2 weeks if they rest players.
Yeah, I think for some reason I just see them going undefeated. Like, because they've been like, even though they've been playing pretty like average the last few weeks, they still be getting the job done. So I don't know if like.
Yeah, going back to the game though, I've just brought up Johnny's text on Jaden Campbell, and he was like. Yeah, Titans are gone. And he was like, yeah, Jaden Campbell's not cutting it. When you weigh less than me, that's when you know.
Yeah, well.
And he comes in and fucking tears Storm a new arsehole for about 30 minutes.
I'm not sold.
I'm not sold, but like he was good, but I'm not sold.
Well, I mean the Titans are because they're making way of AJ Brimson to bring in Campbell at fullback long term.
Well, he's got to put on about 10 more kilos to be solid.
What's going to happen is Ash Taylor's leaving. Ash Taylor's out the door. He's gone.
Yeah.
Peachy will sign on to still play 14 probably. And then Brimson's just going to 6. And Jaden
and then it's either Fogarty or Sexton at 7.
Yeah, got to be sexy. Has to be sexy.
Well,
sexy
I
legs.
don't like that idea personally. I think that's stupid. And you take
Gold Coast Titans put a video out on Facebook, and it was like the camera was just eyed on the parents and Sexton's mates on the debut. Fucking emotional stuff, that one.
Alrighty. Yeah, but Cammy Munster, he turns up in that match. Like he really. This is what we want to see from Cammy Munster at the end of the season. I think. He's been a bit quiet this season, but he's turned the screw now.
Yeah, he's had a quiet year, but he'll turn up in the finals
for sure.
100%. He turns up for the big game. But Titans, it's just they're just not delivering at all.
They got a really sort of what's the word? Indicating like this weekend's performance will be indicating where they're at because they play Newcastle, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a foreshadower, this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what the word was.
Finals, lose, no finals.
Yeah. I think Titans, like this season wasn't going to gel probably how they expected, but I'm still concerned with their spine. Like, how did they not manage that game against the Storm a bit better? Like, you go, take the lead in the time, you'd probably want to not lose by 14.
Yeah, but it's. I think a lot of other teams they would have played them possibly would have got the job done. I think, but like it's hard when you just come against Storm. They can withhold pressure and then without sort of dipping, they can just put it straight back on you after withstanding that much pressure. So
I think the issue with the Titans are like, oh look, we got David Fafita. There you go.
He was so bad. He didn't work at all.
I feel like they got no contingencies in place when, like, if Fafita's not doing a Fafita, what do they do?
They just, like, if you look at that spine, I think that everything about their team is top 8 except their spine.
I like that. I like their spine minus Mitch Rain or whoever plays hooker.
Yeah, Mitch Rain. I don't rate Mitch Rain.
Taylor, mate, I don't think Ash Taylor's cutting it anymore at all.
Yeah, but they already know that. Like, they're gonna.
It's gonna be Jamal and Sexton. If they go with that, that's a proper good spot.
No, but AJ for sure.
Sorry, AJ. Yeah, that's what
And Fogarty and Sexton have a little playoff, little
kick off, little training kick off.
One versus one, little tunnel ball match.
Yeah.
Going.
On the back of their 19th win Storm, where do they rank as one of the best sides of all time? Because I don't think looking at this side itself, there's not like you wouldn't say there's many great players, but they've still put 19 in a row. So I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know. I think it's definitely a product of the rules, though.
Yeah.
The Storm team will be like a record, but I think like even if they win this year, it may not be viewed as like a Storm dynasty because of how many players have come in and out. Like the squad looks pretty different from like 3 years ago and even from last year. So I don't know.
I don't think we'll be talking about them like next week when they get bummed by Para. Like the talk will be, fuck, Penrith look the goods now. So I think you got to wait.
We'll get to Para's performance, but yeah.
You got to wait till after the year. Like Penrith did a fucking good run last year and Sharks did. And then they had and Sharks did in 2016. And you would have thought 1 week into finals, you're going, hang on, they probably don't look like favourites anymore. So it's hard to tell now. No.
It's hard to tell, for sure. Seagulls versus Raiders. No Tommy, no worries for Manly.
I think no Tommy worries.
Worries, for sure.
No Tommy worries is what we took away from that game.
Yeah, I think the only the real positive thing I took out from Manly was Cherry Evans stepped up very well.
Kicking game was very good, and Kieran Foran.
He's been underrated.
Not quite.
Underrated is a big call.
I've been liking Kieran Foran.
Are you talking about Foran underrated or?
Yeah, Foran.
He's edging back to his vintage form.
Yeah, he's been good.
I think Kieran Foran would struggle to play six at many other clubs.
Really? I think he's been fantastic this season.
I think he's putting out. I think he's I think they're playing. I think basically the whole team's playing off the back of Tommy, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy. Kieran Foran on the weekend, 5 tackle breaks, 1 line break assist, 100 meters, 190 meters. Only had 2 kicks. I thought he played well, but he's not putting out the numbers that another 6 in the top 8's doing.
And I reckon. Are you talking about Kieran Foran?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Is it does he just like Manly? You know, he's been to other clubs now and didn't do shit. And I can't. He still played. You know, he still played well without Turbo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, Bulldogs is hard to play well because they're that shit. But I don't know. Is it just a thing?
I think it's I don't know.
I'm playing Manly now. Do I have to play well again?
Maybe.
I think Kieran Foran's going to win the next premiership with Manly, so I'm kind of amused.
I don't think Manly's winning a premiership in a few years.
No.
They need it. They need to find a better squad. They can't rely on one man.
I thought Moses Sully was fucking.
Moses Sully, he was very good. Every time he got the ball.
Couple hundred K increased market value after that game.
But what do you go with? Because who did he replace? Brad Parker, right?
Yeah, but I think Manly are probably Harper and Parker. They're good, solid, pick them up for cheap centers. And I reckon Manly are going, well, Sully, we don't want to pay you that much because we've already got 2 centers and a lot of teams don't want to build their team around paying too much for centers because it's a bit of
I think Moses Sully kind of gone fishing for big centre coin, and Manly's just Manly just doesn't have the money to pay a centre big. And Brad Parker, he's defensively not as good as Brad Parker.
Look at a Para for you, Chucker.
What?
Would you take him at Para?
No, because I think he's too defensively. He's too he's really big and explosive, but I think he's a bit too slow. I don't know. I feel like we need 2 really good defenders. Yeah. I don't know if Sully would bring that. But,
for sure.
You could pick up for a lot of clubs.
Right. I think Raiders needed to win that game though to sort of cement themselves in the 8.
Yeah, hopefully it's bye-bye Canberra. Fuck, Johnny. God, I love a little Raiders not making final option. That'd bring me joy.
We'll go to the next game. Panthers versus Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs were very disappointing, especially after the first 30 minutes they dished up. They sort of dominated, and I sort of knew that they do this every game where they dominate for 30 minutes or so, and against lower teams that work because you can easily put on 30 points in that time, especially with these new rules. But once you come up against a fairly good defensive team who hangs in there, they sort of showed a class above, and Momorowski, little little kicking masterclass from him.
Yeah.
I just thought it was disappointing. I don't think Mansell got way too involved in like the hype of playing his old team, and when it's
Oh,
one,
He
when you
got peppered.
I reckon Mansell goes to sleep now going, fuck. Like he just envisions
Just a little steed and just wobbling everywhere.
Like, shuts his eyes, goes to bed, and you just see a ball spiraling in the air, and he goes, fuck.
You know you're struggling under the high ball. I think that last one, you're struggling at a high ball when you break your knee from trying to catch a high ball. But then also, the last one, I think it was going up, and he's just looking at Latrell, trying to make him come over and try and take it. But he says, not having it.
The one he dropped and then came off, Latrell, it was probably Latrell's, wasn't it? Like,
Do you reckon?
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, there were
I think when you're that low on confidence anyway, you gotta step up at the fullback.
Yeah.
Latrell wasn't rocks and diamonds. He was just rocks.
That's what you get from Latrell. Because like the problem is when you play a low effort style football game, you're really reliant on what your attack can do. Like Tedesco, when he has a bad game, he's still putting up good numbers when we get to that. But Latrell it's a bit hit and miss, and I think going into the finals, that's a bit of head noise for Rabbitohs going. Yeah, we haven't been able to beat Storm or Penrith this year,
and Penrith still have To'o, and Harris to come back in. Like
they have to win that game.
And then Cleary was just so good.
So good. What were your thoughts on some of the refereeing? Like I can understand some of the frustration around the refereeing, but the thing is the one that everyone's
the penalty count was high, but like
it was
Penrith's favour, but it wasn't robbing. It was just like bad discipline, in my opinion.
Yeah, Also that one call about Mark Nichols.
Oh
no, I think, but the problem is like you can't say like that rule is in the rule book. Like no one's denying that rule's not in the rule book, but like it doesn't get called. That's you're getting away with it. If it gets pulled up, you're actually doing the wrong thing.
No, my issue is, and I know Strongy probably agrees with me here. It's that everyone does it. Like Mark Nichols said to one Ben, and he said in his press conference, like, I've done this all my life. Why should I change it now? And it's only unlucky because someone dropped the ball from Penrith.
Crichton. It literally only happened. It's like it's another rule in the NRL where a penalty or something's called only because there's a stop in play.
Yeah, that's the issue I had with it. Like because anytime there's a stop in play. Like an obstruction gets pulled up and all this stuff. Like you'll see obstruction like in the middle of the field, and it won't get pulled up. But then when we get to the trial line, it's getting pulled up every time.
When someone runs you on, you're onside, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what offside is. If you're in front of the kicker, but the kicker runs you onside, then you're not offside anymore. I don't think Reynolds ever did that, but I just don't understand like why. We all know it happens, and we just like most people just choose to ignore it. Always say like they weren't within the 10 meters, so then whatever. But like
they either from now they either have to get rid of the rule or they have to start enforcing it. Like you can't just be like nothing about the rule anymore. You have to go one way or the other.
Penalty count. It was like 12-2.
Yeah, but I don't think...
I disagree. No, the idea, whenever a penalty count in any sport, I think is that high, it's not that one team's been way more ill-disciplined than the other. There's definitely a bit of bias, and it's like a roll-on effect. Like a team gives away one, and then it appears they give away two, and you get this build-up, and then the ref just, once you give away so many penalties, the ref's way more inclined to just keep giving them away. And it was rub of the green.
To be fair, I rewatched it. I rewatched it, and I'd say the penny count was high, but it was a lot of sound. I would say it should have been 10-4. Like South was very ill disciplined. Like I rewatched it.
Look, the penalty count was high, but it was definitely warranted. And the thing that would give me more rage is like the ref going, "Fuck, Souths are so far behind the penalty count."
That's what I'd hate to see. Yeah,
penalties to even the count out.
I'm just saying, I don't think that like one one team, when you have two teams that are fairly evenly matched, like you have on the whole season, I just don't agree. I think it's fairly unlikely to see penalty counts so lopsided like that without some incorrect officiate or just missing decisions. Like the penalty count really shouldn't be that different. And I think it kind of showed the importance of like not having six agains because Penrith would get in the footy like when time was off. That's what those penalties are for.
Yeah.
So it was 11-2 in actual penalties, 6 agains, and that's huge. That's just massive.
It doesn't matter if it's huge, if it's.
Yeah, I think but you got to referee what's in front of you. You can't.
Okay, Strong, you give me an example of a penalty where Penrith were given a penalty really generously. Like I can't really think of one.
I'm not just saying that they were given them generously. I'm just saying that.
So you're saying Rabbit?
You can get.
You're saying Rabbit should have been a penalty for fun, just to even it out.
No, mate.
Mate.
Refs aren't fucking perfect, mate. But their job isn't to make sure that one team has 11 penalties and the other has 2. I just disagree that I think when there's a lopsided free kick or penalty count like that there's probably been some poor officiating in parts where they've missed things that they've called for the other teams.
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to argue.
No. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next match. I know, Strongy, we'll let you roll on this one. Tigers v Sharks. I think that's just Tigers season. Over. Ronaldo Mulatalo and Luke Metcalf. Lucky Metcalf turns out he looks a good player. He looks a good young fella. But Tigers, their defense was like atrocious. That was definitely one of the worst defensive performances.
What I'll say is I won't go too much into the fucking tiggies, the fucking caddies, the shitties. But I'll let Strongy do that. But what I thought, Sharks been looking real fucking good lately. Like definitely a top 8 side.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a Hane thing or if it's just the players going, let's get into it.
Yeah.
But Luke Metcalf was gone. Mulatalo and Kennedy giving those fucking tiggies nightmares. It was like Metcalf on one side and then Kennedy on the other, just tearing up the edges. Now that probably you'd assume Tigers are gone unless Mass goes in their favour.
They need a draw somewhere, which is not.
Yeah.
I tagged you in it, Strongy.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually watch it because fuck that. No, I just thought like the last 3 or 4 weeks, like the game against the Warriors, against the Cows as well, and against the Doggies, I think like those 3 games, they were kind of too close, and I kind of put it on the bench, the inexperience of the bench. Like this weekend, we carried Tommy Armo, Tuolangi, Walters, and Tukey Simpkins. Combined, they have like 50 games of NRL experience. And you just can't have that team, like those blokes all on the field at the same time all for too long. And there's just way too much inexperience. Like in reality, Tukey Simpkins is not like up to NRL standard yet. He's a young boy and he's got big raps on him, but he's clearly not fit enough for it. Like just being dead honest. Like, and most fucking 19-year-olds aren't. And then Tommy Armone's played like 13 games. Billy Walters is some washed up 27-year-old. Tuolangi's played like 12. Like I just don't see how you can win with a bench with that. And then add to that Blore, Simpkin, and Stefano have all played less than 25 games. Like what do you?
Regardless of who was there, like you can't be letting wingers run through the middle like that. They were just like missing tackles left, right, and center. Like regardless if you're 19 or if you're 30, I think you just got to be making those tackles. I think if you're a first grader, you got to be learning your defense more than anything there.
The line breaks through the middle were concerning. Like,
the ruck work, and Billy Walters missed about 3 or 4 tackles just straight in. It is an experience. Like if you're 100 games.
Yeah, I'm not saying Billy Walters, but I'm saying some of the other younger blokes.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like with experience, you don't miss those tackles because you just improve. You're a better player. It's just too. And I think the Sharks are that like, and they have been for a while. They're that weird squad where they've got like a lot of mid-ages in there, like more experienced players that aren't top of the run, top of the table players, but they've got experience under their belt, and that helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, next game, Knights v Doggies. I think Knights, they got the job done. They still struggled a little bit against, if you're going into finals, this is probably not the form you want to bring in.
No.
Nah.
Definitely
It's
not.
concerning.
No. Getting the job done is all right.
I'm seriously questioning Adam O'Brien. He's not going to get the sack, but
I had him ranked so low down in my coach's ranking. I think you have him close to the bottom.
I get it.
I think a lot of other coaches would have the Knights probably still in 7th.
Yeah,
or maybe
not 7th, but they'll be closer to the quality of football will be so much closer to Eels or with the roster, the squad they have. For sure.
100%. That's what I've got problems with.
Yeah,
they had a 6-point win over the Dogs. It's a pretty shit game of footy. In all honesty,
it was very bad.
It was very ordinary. So I don't know. I've got question marks over the Knights. I thought a couple of weeks ago that if the Knights and Titans were to make the finals, that we could see upsets in the first week, because I thought those guys would get a roll on going into finals and find form, and it's just been the exact opposite. The Titans and Knights have just kind of literally got worse in the last 2 weeks.
7th v Parramatta will still be interesting.
No,
interesting if you want to see 60 points put on.
Yeah, see a Para first week. Eagles v Cowboys. That Eagles break the streak, but still Cowboys, they are very poor, and I don't think Eels were sort of cutthroat. It was good to get a win for the confidence, but it wasn't. Still, I still got question marks.
I believe. Don't quote me on this, but I think if Para haven't just won one match and then lost, I think when they win, they've got a roll on going. So I think it's.
And when they lose, they lose.
Yeah, look, all I'll say is finally we get a win, albeit very unconvincing. But Mitch Moses is back to his best, which is important. We need our big players stepping up. Penasini was looking the goods for Tommy Oppenheimer. Dropped, but rib injury, that you dropped. We'll be a little sympathy. We'll go, little rib injury. No, mate. Yeah. Penasini, he's long-term centre, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure. Did he play outside Suwali at Kings?
I played inside Swali at Kings.
Yeah.
Sorry, inside. Yeah, sorry, inside.
He's a year older than Swali though, but
right, okay.
I think he only played for Kings because of COVID. The SG Ball didn't happen. I don't know.
So he played Kings. Yeah, right. Okay, fair enough.
He's got he's fairly filled out for a young guy.
He's
I didn't think he was that young, and then
he's
big.
He's
big. He's a bit of a tree stump, isn't he? Let's go. We've got a tree stump in front of him. Good luck.
He's good talent, but
good luck when he puts a few years on him.
For sure.
I like him. He wasn't talked about much at the schoolboy level.
No, he just sort of came under the radar.
It's there, GPS. You're not going, hey, Will Penasini. He's going to play NRL.
Oh, you won't say this, mate. Everyone knew he was a guy.
Yeah, but
he sort of, I think Suwali maybe overshadowed him because when he was at Kings.
The hype of Suwali is fairly large at schoolboy level, but I think Will Penasini was the hype of Will Penasini at schoolboy level was as big.
When he was already linked up at Para quite nicely. Yeah.
Cowboys. I think that's 10 in a row for them. I think they've been so poor, and I'm not sure where they go really. That's they've got to have a massive sort of rebuild. They're stuck waiting on Michael Morgan, JT to do something, but obviously they're not there anymore, so they can't rely on them.
I think the Cowboys must have a shit ton of money in the kitty, if you think about it, because I can't see where that Jonathan Thurston money or Michael Morgan money has been reinvested.
Tamalolo's on $1 million.
Yeah, but before that, it would have been the three of them on at least 2.5 combined. I think Tamalolo, if you get him 80 minutes playing in the middle like he has been,
if David Peters on 1.2 or 3, Jason Tamalolo is definitely $1 million player.
Yeah.
Cowboys just can't get the best out of him at the moment.
I like Reece Robson at 9. I think there's I think Cowboys are really young, and they've been nailed with injuries. I think honestly, since Clifford's left, they haven't been able to
Yeah,
get their best
Clifford has
once.
like I think
right.
Dearden's been.
Yeah, Dearden's. I'm confused about why they let Clifford go. Like in the first place, I like Clifford to start with, but then to let him go.
I'm actually concerned about Dearden. Like,
Yeah,
is he just a loser? Like, maybe he can fuck someone out of like SG Ball and put him in.
Yeah,
Even if it's like 10 times worse, he might.
like he's good, but like I don't know. I think it's just Cowboys team in general.
I think he's played like 23 NRL games now and won one game.
He started 23 and hasn't won a game. I think he's just been real unlucky. Not gonna lie, like with the teams he's been in, obviously.
Yeah.
If this was a 7 at any other club, he would be taking so much slack. Like,
yeah, but Cowboys have been so bad.
Yeah, but he was shit at Dearden wasn't good at the Broncos either. He got given a lot of cracks, not consistently, but he was given a lot of cracks, and he was a turnstile. Dearden got the ball past it before he got remotely near the line. I'm not sold on Tommy Dearden at all at the moment. Like, I've watched a fair bit of his footy, and he's not coming out, and it doesn't look like he's a gun seven.
Well, yeah, like if I compare with Jake Clifford, I'm on the Clifford shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, is relative to like age and the hype coming in, because there's been tons of sevens and halves that have come in.
I honestly think Tom Dearden doesn't play next year.
Who's the 7 and 6 for Cowboys?
It'll be Townsend.
Oh, so Townsend. Yeah, I forgot he's going.
Townsend. I struggle to see. I can't see it, like anyone but Townsend being in 7. Townsend.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It'll be Drinky and Townsend together.
Well, apparently Drinky could go to centre.
Or
Centre.
Yeah, so
I think he's been Cowboys' best player. To be fair.
Yeah, but I've heard Drinky to centre, Chad to 7, Dearden at 6.
Oh,
that reeks of another 15 losses in a row.
Yeah, that reeks of. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm going, all right, when are the Redcliffe Dolphins coming in? I'm supporting them.
Yeah.
Well, no, but that's the thing. I'm confused with the Chad Townsend signing. I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Good
for Chad. He's just picked up another 800K a year. So.
Oh, not 800. It would be like 400 to 500, I reckon.
No, it was like 1.6 over 2 years, I think.
No way.
I'm pretty sure. I'll have a look.
Come on.
Come on. It's got to be in this. Chad Townsend deal, Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a big call, Johnny. I don't think he's worth 800K.
Oh, I don't think he's worth 800K. I think he got paid up. Yeah, 2 million deal 3 years. 2 million 3 years. What's that? 650.
Oh, I love Chaddy. I think
that's not ridiculous overs. That's not ridiculous.
That's overs. That is overs.
Not ridiculous. Did you not hear me? Ridiculous. I reckon that's like
it's pretty close.
Pay overs at max.
No. Bro, no.
I reckon he's 450, 500.
In fairness, I didn't think that. I do agree with Jack. Because you're getting him to move to North Queensland and he's got a family, they were always going to have to pay good coin again to move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he won a premiership. Like, there's not too many halves going around that you can say, I've won a premiership.
How many halves have won a premiership? It would be Hughes, Munster, and Keary.
Yeah, and honestly, like, when Townsend won with Maloney, you would argue Maloney is not like that flary 5'8" as well. It like you can almost say like Dearden and
wait, what?
Maloney's a gun.
I have Maloney as like
but he's not. But he's not like flary. Like he plays like another half.
Yeah. Okay. He controls as well.
Yeah, he controls as well. So I'm saying like could potentially be like how Dearden and Townsend work.
Jimmy Maloney
in terms of style.
Like the most perfect 6 for any team I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he just wins everywhere. I don't know what it was. He must be like he must be the biggest fucking pest or something because he like goes to a club, wins so many games for him, and then like leaves the next year. Made Penrith, and then goes off.
I think his best achievement is bringing Warriors to a grand final. Like he's bringing Warriors to a grand final. That's great.
Did he win a premiership with Chooks as well?
Yeah, Chooks 2013. Him and Pearce.
Jimmy is just a grinner. Winners are grinners, and Jimmy's a winner.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a big old winner.
What was
Barbecuing.
it? Great. Right, let's move on to
Yeah.
Dragons.
Okay, Sunday's game. We're going a bit long, eh? Dragons v Roosters. Super Teddy. Teddy just turns up in that first. That was one of the best first halves I've seen from Tedesco. I think like 273 meters, try assist. He was cooked.
Teddy statistically having his greatest year.
But I think that's what the rules like. It's just
He's just I think he's just become so underappreciated.
oh yeah, like his 8 out of 10 game. Everyone thinks that's just average. But
It just shows how good Trebojevic is playing. Like,
But just for 1 year, Tommy's played well for one. I know people like say Tommy's been doing it like a long period of time, but I think
he hasn't.
Actual matter of fact is that he hasn't, and he's still. I don't think he's got one full season injury free under his belt.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard to say he's been doing it a long time.
I think it's got to be Tedesco at the one. It has to be.
Yeah. And did you see the NRL released like a fan voted? It was like 30,000 votes. The top 5 best players in the game, regardless of position and shit. Tedesco didn't even make the list. I'm like, hang on. Sorry?
Is it? It's a bit retarded.
Yeah, there's like Brandon Smith at 4 and Tedesco didn't make the list. Cody Walker at 5.
Cody Walker at 5.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
Cody Walker is, you'd argue, $1 million player.
Like the top 3 clearly this year has been Turbo, Cleary, Walker. Like it can't be any other 3 in the top 3.
I'd comfortably say Teddy could be in there.
No, in the top 3, but like he wasn't in the top 5 at all. Like those 4.
I don't know who was the. I know 4 out of
Brandon
the 5.
Smith. I'm sorry. I don't even like. I'm a Melbourne supporter. I don't even think he's our best 9. Brandon Smith.
He's been the best. He has been the best 9 this year.
I still Harry Grant. I still with the limited games he's been there. I think Harry Grant's been so good.
I don't think Harry's had enough minutes under his belt to say that he's.
But objectively, it's hard to argue if someone goes Brandon Smith's been the best 9 this year.
Yeah,
I go.
Like in all honesty, 9.
You'd have to take some big balls to argue that one.
Oh, I got big old cojones because Harry Grant's the best.
You can't say this season he's been the best 9. That would just
I think every game he's played, he's been Melbourne's best player. I think every single game he's come and played, he's been Melbourne's best player.
I think Johnny's got dementia again.
What do you mean dementia? He was gone last week.
That's exactly what he's saying.
No, but he's been the gun whole season. Like he's had it.
What's Johnny saying? You've got reverse dementia. Anything that happens long term, we'll say more than 3 weeks ago, it's an automatic forget.
Okay.
And
no, but like you can't deny that Harry Grant's been done.
Back to the game, but
anyway, yeah. Tedesco
saying they're like playing with half the salary cap than other team, and they're just fucking.
That's why I think Robbo would go close to one of the coaches of the year.
That's why I was inclined to put him at 2 over Bellamy.
I have Bellamy 1.
I've struggled with injuries, but I still just think like the best 13 to put on the park is like it's by far one of the best teams. And if you were to like take who's played the most average games for the Chalks and then put that as their like the 13 they've had all year, I still think it's convincingly top 5 starting 13.
Oh, yeah.
In the company.
Yeah.
Like, I get that there's been injury depleted, but like it's
actually that's
their teams have been bloody good. Like the teams that they put on the park.
The problem, like when you have no hooker and no 7 or no 6, I think like when you're missing 2 key components of your spine, I think that's when you start to struggle.
Verrills is good. I love him.
Yeah, he was good, but this season's been pretty poor. But like I rate Verrills before coming into the season. Watching this season, I thought
played like half the games this year.
He's played 9 or 10 games this season, I think.
Yeah,
I feel like when he came back, he's been poor. But
I feel like he just does nothing wrong. But I mean, as a hooker now, you want someone that does more than just does nothing wrong.
I love that Sam Verrills story of him on grand final day because he has a twin brother, and that's the best one ever. I'm not going to say it, but you know what happened?
You heard the story, Chuck?
some bloke in Roosters members, like Sammy Rowe's twin brother, like they look the same. Was having a beer, and they go, "Wait, aren't you playing in about 10 minutes?" He's like, "Yeah, Robbo just lets us have 6 before the game just to go." He's like, "Oh, for that, I'm going to put you first try scorer," and then Sammy Rowe scores first try in the grand final.
Fucking funny story.
Good story.
Fuck. And Dragons look shithouse. That's what I want to say. The fucking shithouse.
I do I like what Anthony Griffin's building though for next year. I think he's bringing in good recruits.
Let's be real here. Before that barbecue, they're a top 8 team. They're making the top 8.
I think Griffin had them playing as a top 8 team. I think next year, I assume Moses Mbye is going to the Dragons to play 6 and Corey Norman's out the door.
That'd be good because Corey Norman's terrible.
Yeah, I like that combination. I think they've got I think there's still improvement for like Ravalawa, but obviously Lomax and Bird. Like you've got 2 strike centers there.
Bird will go to fullback, and they'll probably sign Moses Sully. That's what I see.
You reckon Bird will go to fullback?
I think Dufty's staying.
I think Dufty's got to stay.
Dufty's been dropped this week, hasn't he? I think he's on the.
Oh no, wait, isn't Dufty at the Bulldogs?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Dufty's at the Bulldogs next year. That's right. Yeah.
100% something. No,
he signed for 1 year. I remember. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Dufty's at the Bulldogs. He signed. Yeah. Matt Dufty signs 2022. Yeah.
Oh, what?
And also, Bird was like the favourite to play fullback at the Broncos before he did his ACL.
Yeah.
He's okay this year there, but I reckon get Moses Sully into that team, and it's all right.
Yep.
Get some coin. Coin from.
Go on. Get some coin.
Get some coin from like the shitties, like that have been playing shit like Moses Mbye, who have their value decreased but have good potential.
Yeah, it is a bit sure. I think there's no denying that like Moses is a good footy player and talented when he's playing good footy. He just hasn't been given like the opportunity at the Tigers, really.
For sure. Broncos v Warriors. That was a cracker game. Not gonna lie, it was good to watch. Anthony Milford, he just comes and goes when he wants. Really, he just turns up for two games or 1 game this season, mate. He was fantastic, and then
fucking brilliant.
You would think he hasn't got a contract, except he just signed the week before. So I don't know what the go was there.
Wait, he signed?
Yeah, for Souths.
Oh yeah. The 1 year.
Is it Cody Walker and Anthony Milford? Is that the?
I think it's Black Taff and Anthony Milford. Cody Walker's getting benched after that performance.
Yeah, I haven't watched much of Taff, but I don't know. I think Milf will give a run for his money. If they get good footy out of Milf, like everyone knows how good he is. He took the Broncos to a grand final.
He was 1 second away from winning a Clive Churchill medal.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So I think, I think it would be a good change for Milf, but he legitimately looked like one of the best sixes in the comp on the weekend.
He was so good. He was so good.
One of the better 6 performances like I've seen this year, and to see it from a team coming 15th with someone that's played less than like 13 games this year.
Yeah,
it was kind of like what the fuck.
And there was a few dubious calls as well in that game. What were your thoughts on the Xavier Coates I think Ewan Aiken try at the end? You miss that one? Or?
Oh, yeah, the Ewan. I don't know. I don't think there was a clear camera angle that like really
showed
decided. And what did go upstairs is no try.
Went upstairs, no try. But apparently, like the NRL came out like the next day, said the Monk had another camera angle that showed Ewan Aiken got it down. But I don't believe that.
No, I can't imagine that we see everything.
Oh yeah, we don't. Yeah, for sure, we don't.
Yeah, so I think it was plausible to say that he got it down first. I just don't think there was a clear camera angle. But on first glance, like I was surprised it was given no try anyway, because it kind of looked like he got there first, just because of Coates like falling over. Momentum kind of just looked like he got there first. But yeah, no, Reece Walsh he's not a kicker.
A bit of a Cammy monster.
Big old Cammy monster.
He cost me a lot of money. Like, brother, you three from the left, missed all of them. Surely after the first one where it like goes huge hook left to right, you probably aim to the left of the post. But nah, Reece just fucking kept missing.
1,030 COVID cases.
What?
Please.
1,000.
Yeah, we got 1,000.
1,030.
1,029.
We are never leaving.
From September 1st, you're allowed to be outside with 5 fully vaccinated people.
I'm not getting fully vaccinated till like bloody September something. Like
I'm
middle
getting
September.
vaccinated on the 30th of August.
Oh, I hate my life.
Cut that out. What are we talking next?
AFL. Ready? Chucker, can you have you read the thing? Just read out the first, third, fifth one.
I'll be the interviewer.
Yeah, you go. Okay. The AFL last round, Chucker turns up and he's about to deliver. Let's go.
So
Oh,
Ben, what were your biggest takeaways from the weekend?
Can you not read it like a game? Chuck, it's not that hard.
I think it's taking the mick, eh?
You think?
What were your takeaways from the weekend? I think.
What were your takeaways on the weekend? You fucking faggot. What do you say like that?
Yourself, Chucky, dare I can. No, I thought probably the big result on the weekend was Port coming from behind. I think that was probably the result. And Demons. There were 2 cracking games. I said it last week.
Demons. That was a good game. I actually watched that game.
They were fucking blinding matches. Yeah, I mean, fuck, the Doggies are looking in shambles at the moment. Statistically, they're one of the worst teams scoring wise and one of the easiest teams for against in the comp. So, and they've also again dominated the ruck. So I think Steph Martin will come in for first finals, I hope. But then the D's, bit of character in them. Max Gorn kicks it after the siren. It was probably the best game I've watched all year. To be down by 40 points, 44 points, it was fucking insane. And
to win, when was the last time they won the minor premiership?
Like 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's good.
Melbourne's the most beta club. It's like it's good. And then GWS had a good win against Carlton, but
do you reckon? Yeah. I was going to ask that. GWS or Sonny's going into this weekend?
I want Sydney to win desperately. If they lose, I'll be sad. We've got 4 wins more than GWS, and they've got the second best record against top 8 sides in the comp. They're 6-3. Melbourne are 7-3 or something. Or
they got a good top 5 record, don't they? Top 4 record.
Yeah. Sydney have beat Geelong and Brisbane, and the Doggies. So that's 3 of the top 3 of the 5 above them. But I don't know. Sydney's my tip, but in the 5th versus 8th game and 6th versus 7th, in like the last 20 games that's been played, between it, it's like 50-50.
Yeah, right. Okay.
10-10 for the team, the favourites, like the top team. So yeah, it's a good finals.
What's that, John?
Oh, I thought you had some more questions prepared.
Oh, well, I do. So obviously, is it the 40-man All Australian squad?
Yeah, 40-man All
squad. Have you seen that?
I have seen that.
Yeah, good.
It's quality television.
Any surprises? Surprises.
Mate, it's like you've written these questions yourself.
I don't know.
Travis Boak was probably a big omission. He's had a pretty blinding year, 27 touches a game, I think, or more. But then probably the biggest surprise inclusion for some people was Buddy Franklin, because he's
played so little.
He's played 17 games and kicked 48 goals. Is equal 4th on the Coleman leaderboard. So I think that was deserving.
All right, my bad.
But I didn't. People that don't like Buddy because they're fucking racists. Yeah, so I thought those were probably 2 big surprises from the All Oz squad.
Go on.
What?
Favourite to win the flag?
Favourite? D's from here. D's are too good. I think they've got the best style of footy against all the other teams in the comp, and I think probably the big question was whether they're up for the big game, and it showed, and that they definitely are after Ben Geelong. It's a huge match to win.
Yeah. I was going to ask David T. What's going on with him? Is Alistair Clarkson going to come in? Is Ross Lyon going to come in for him?
So Teague got sacked this morning.
Oh, did he?
I don't know.
I got to say something. I saw it was David T, and then it was like 2 well-established coaches. Looking at their faces, I couldn't name them off the top of my head, but Teague was like 21 wins from 30 matches or something. Is that right, or is that?
He's got like at Carlton, he's got like the second best record in the last 10 years, and it's second best.
And then the two other ones were around 50%, and they became fucking great coaches. And then sacked. I don't know.
I think Teague's been sacked because the expectation was for them
Make
to
the
be
eight.
top 8.
Yeah.
Most people would say Carlton do have a top 8 team. Probably could do with a couple more spots, but like the 6 and 7 and 8, like the later the more the season got on, it came clear that it was always going to be up for grabs.
Yeah.
Because West Coast were dropping games, Richmond kind of fell off the perch. So there could have been the chance for Carlton. They just bottled it. And probably I reckon the game that spared the end for Teague was the 95-point loss to Port. It's really like if you're near making a finals berth, you're not going to lose by 95 points to one of the top teams in the comp. Like that's just not. It was a bad look for him. So he's gone, and Alison Clarkson's ruled himself out of the coaching gig. Apparently, the whole thing with David Teague's like put him off it because Teague was like answering questions about his job after games, and essentially everyone knew he was getting sacked.
Yeah.
Teague knew he was getting sacked. Like it was just a fucking debacle. Really, it's probably one of the worst. Like the poorest handling by a board around a senior coach.
For sure.
In Australia, like sporting.
Yeah, he was a dead man walking for about the last 2/3 of the season. Like there was no doubt about it.
Yeah, they implemented like a review, and then they just hang him out to dry. Really.
Yeah.
So a bit stiff, but it seems that Carlton's going to go with Ross Lyon. So it'll be interesting. Rossi's a good coach, and he said that he would be interested in the role. So I think he'll get it.
Fair enough. That was a good wrap up. Good wrap up. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, no preview.
Oh, I forgot about the tips. Oh, I did. I thought we already done it. Hold the horses, people. Let's go through our tips. I'll rattle them off.
Hold
the horses. Knights v Titans tonight.
Newey.
I'm going to go Titans.
Titans? Yeah.
Yeah, Titans. Warriors v Raiders.
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 Roosters v Rabbitohs. I'm going Raiders as well. Roosters v Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs. I think Rabbitohs convincingly.
I'm going to go Chookies.
No. Close game, but Rabbits win. I think Chooks are playing well.
I'm going Chooksters. Cowboys Dragons. Like it's like, would you rather step in dog poo or would you rather step in cow poo this game? Like it's.
I did think like if there's a team to end the Cowboys streak, it could be the Dragons.
The Dragons.
Yeah. Sure. Cowboys.
I'm still tipping Dragons, but
funniest thing I heard was Blocker Roach saying when the Tigers played the Cowboys, saying that he heard someone in the week tell him that Tigers are record breakers, like leading up to the Cowboys game, so they'll break the record for the Cows. And I thought that was like, that's so fucking true. But now I think it's the Dragons. Dragons will win.
Yeah, I'm going Dragons. Broncos Sharks. I'm going Bronx. If Milf puts another performance in.
Sharks have been very good.
I like the Bronx. Storm v Eels. Let's just move on from that game.
No. I've got like some like 4-dimensional sightseeing here. So Keegan Hicgrave's been picked, right?
I don't want to preview.
No. Keegan Hicgrave, he's been picked. He's played like 9 games this year, and he hasn't lost yet. So is he unable to lose when he wears dark blue and gold? I don't know. And the Gutho $1 million contract saga wasn't actually about that. It was about Keegan Hipgrave wanting the whole salary cap to himself because he doesn't lose.
Why is Papali'i playing?
Biggest omen, put him in.
Is anyone else a bit not sure about the Papali'i shift to prop? I understand why, but
is he? Isn't he not second rower now?
No, Corey's starting.
You sure?
Yeah, it is, mate. I'm looking at the team list as well.
I don't know. Like, Papa Leahy was always a middle forward until this year, so it's no real drama.
Who knows? Seagulls v Doggies. Gotta be Seagulls.
Oh, who's keen for all those fucking posts by blokes being like, "Oh, I can't believe Jason Saab didn't score 6 tries this weekend, ruined my multi."
Yeah.
Those ones.
And then game of the round, Panthers v Tigers.
Oh, Tigers, mate. Tigers won 2 of the last 4.
Up the Tiggies.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I'm gonna go Nathan Cleary scores more points than the Tigers this game.
Yeah, because it's not hard when Tigers don't score any points.
Yeah. No, Tigers attacking is all right. I think it's just
Tigers attacking is good.
yeah, but the defense is whack.
Tigers attacking, they're better than the Knights. They're better than the Sharks. They're only worse than the Titans.
Oh my God, you've conceded 3 less points than the Broncos. Jeez.
Yeah, we've conceded so many points. We scored almost 100 more though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's quite a lot.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah, compare yourself to the Broncos.
That's how far you were off the premiership.
Don't get comparing to them, bro.
You actually,
Para, we've only scored 40 points less than Para.
Huh?
We've only scored 40 less points than you.
Yeah, but our tax shit and our defense.
Chaka, they've conceded 240 more.
Yeah, no, our defense is actually good. We're like still third best, even though we've conceded like 50 to Manly and.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a good wrap. Good job today, boys. I enjoy that. And we'll see you guys. Hey?
Who's winning the tipping?
I think Chaka and you, I gave up halfway. Look, I just know that I'm not winning.
Yeah, because you came up with some outrageous ones.
Yeah, at the beginning, I try to go hard to go home, and then I've just, yeah. And my case of beer should be coming soon when I said Manly top 4 and Para outside the top 4. And you boys bet against that? Is that
but Manly's not top 4.
No, they're going to get top 4.
No, they're not. They'll lose to the Doggies this week.
You're hoping for that.
They could be top 4. Actually, maybe we do want Chooks to win this weekend, Chaka.
Yeah, you want Chooks to win this weekend. No, you want Chooks to win.
No, I just need Para to win. And then we won't rest against Penrith.
You have a worse points differential. It doesn't matter.
Oh, will matter because Manly aren't winning this week. How many times do I have to say it?
They're playing the Dogs, right? You tip Manly.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, that was good. Good wrap up. I'm just waiting for my beer.